New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. Possible considerations for volunteers of color. Because of limited exposure, some Ukrainians will expect all Americans to be white and are unaware of diversity in the United States. For volunteers, that range of responses to their skin color may vary greatly. Some volunteers may be mistaken for a host country national, be questioned about their United States citizenship, facial behavior, and language skill expectations. Peace Corps aspires to support each volunteer in navigating through these challenges in a way that works for them. Depending on the situation, volunteers may choose to respond in a variety of ways. Sometimes they may remove themselves from the situation. Sometimes they may seek support from fellow volunteers and or Peace Corps staff. Sometimes they may practice a particular coping strategy or self-care strategy. Sometimes they may explore if they can turn the situation into a teachable moment for themselves and the host country national. All volunteers should be mindful of history of race and ethnicity that are presented in the United States culture and within your country of service, and should be mindful of being an ally to your fellow volunteer. Racial and economic minorities in Ukraine, primarily Poles, Hungarians, Crimean, Tatars, and Greeks, make up about 5% of the total population. Most Ukrainians have not had personal interactions with people of other races. They often assume that African Americans or Asian American volunteers are university students from Africa or Asia rather than Americans. Thus, these volunteers may be stopped to show their identification papers more frequently than other volunteers, particularly in larger cities where they are not known. On its websites, the United States Department now warns prospective travelers to Ukraine of hate crimes directed at ethnic minorities. In addition, a number of international human rights groups have exposed concerns with a rise of hate crimes and xenophobic activity in big cities in the Ukraine. Possible considerations for African American or Black volunteers. Volunteer voices, quote, people of color face many challenges living in the Ukraine as a Peace Corps volunteer. However, African Americans will confront far more complicated issues. For modern parts of the Ukraine, African Americans are part of the community and day-to-day life. However, there are many Ukrainians who have never seen a Black person before. Their understanding of African American culture is fueled by the media and African stereotypes. You will generate lots of interest and curious stares. So these stares can make you feel uncomfortable and annoyed. Ukrainians' initial perception of you may be that you are from Africa. It may not. It does help if they understand that you are American, and training in PST will help you consider ways that you will engage with these assumptions. Quote, it is not uncommon for Ukrainians to refer to African Americans as the N-word. Volunteers of color may be called a monkey or may see children's games with blackface. Being aware of the history of dehumanization for people of African descent may help inform where this comes from. It does not justify it. It will be at your discretion to determine the intent. No matter the intent, staff recognizes the impact that hearing the word may invoke hurt and anger. If you view it as unlearned, something that a person has never been exposed to, it may be an opportunity for you to educate that person. We are here to support your successful service, and these comments and images can be a huge distraction and obstacle to you. Know that the Peace Corps staff is here to support and encourage you. Do not hesitate to remove yourself from such situations. You are not expected to be subjected to such treatment. You can also find support and understand from other African American Peace Corps volunteers serving in the Ukraine. Any volunteer or staff member who has experienced racism can contact any Peace Corps Ukraine staff member. This can include the program manager, safety and security manager, director of management and operations, director of programs and training, or country director. So I read this directly off of the Peace Corps website, and I wanted to get you guys' perspective directly on this because I know some people might have some family, loved ones, or coworkers that decided, hey, I'm going to join the Peace Corps and I'm going to go directly over and see what it is that I can do, see how I can assist in this moment. And like I said previously before, much love, respect, and appreciation. You're better than me. And I hope that you are safe over there. I hope that you come back the same way that you left. I hope that you make it back to your family. But I really want to hear Black people's perspective on what it is that you were able to hear. That yes, they don't really have interactions with Africans. They go by the media's portrayal and the stereotypes that they feel, aka the psychological warfare that I talked to you guys about. A lot of people all over the world have never in a sense came into contact with somebody who is African or somebody who is American, Black American. So the only thing that they have to go off of is what the news tells them, what their own country news tells them. Any old, type of media, meaning movies and rap and different things of that nature, meaning the images, the negative and harmful images that are put out there, right, of Black people. Yes, you will be called the N-word. Yes, there is blackface directly out there, and they have children's games that I guess revolve around these types of things. Yeah, you will, get people that might yell, and yes, you might have people that are very curious and that are going to stare as if you are a zoo animal. Yes, these things are going to transpire. And they also list the fact that if these things do happen, you have the right to, remove yourself from that, or you can decide to use a coping mechanism. And last but not least, you can try to use this as a teachable moment to let them know that this is something that is not all right, something that is not correct. Like I said, a lot of people in life are way better than me. And to deal with situations such as this, knowing the fact of everything that is going on, so that you're going to go to a whole different country where people don't really see others like you on an everyday basis, and knowing the fact that you are going to incur and come across some type of racism or anything like that, and you still decide that you want to go out there and do this, like I say, you're much better than me. You're much better than me, because it's already hard enough as it is in the sense dealing with some of the things that you have to deal with in the United States. I could not even imagine what it would be like being Black from America and going over to the Ukraine and deciding to help people who will automatically, end up at some point in time, doing blackface, or you're hearing a racial slur, or people, yelling at you, or different things of that nature, to the point where you feel that you might be in some type of, physical danger. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about the article and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.